This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Coming up, we will drink, we will toast in the weekend with a shot of the day, then it's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday.
It's Bad Choice Friday.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday.
Hey, man, this is your fault.
Jam on. And this week we feature the Trash Man.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner.
That's it. The Trashman was Surfing Bird taking on Elvis.
What does the fox say?
Just make sure you drink lots of water, man. Beer, then water. Maybe another water, then a beer.
What the fox say?
Here's how you vote on Bad Choice Friday. Just follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. It's either going to be the Trash Men or Elvis. You're welcome on our Bad Choice Friday. Our question, what did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Devin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
So this was a couple years ago. I had a neighbor that was a little bit older, and she came over to my house to ask, needed help with something wrong with her toilet. So I went over there and checked her toilet, and she's been flushing adult diapers.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's what's wrong with our toilet.
Yeah, so I basically gave up at that point and told her, you got to call someone, because I'm not touching it.
No, you can't. I mean, I guess proper protocol for adult diapers is to put them in a plastic bag like you would dog poop, tie it up, and throw it away.
Oh, like any diaper, man.
Yeah.
You know, like with my kids, it's not like I change the diaper and throw it in the toilet.
Get a diaper genie. I mean,
anything.
Whatever you need to do.
You think a diaper genie can handle adult diapers?
Absolutely, because I know for a fact that I've seen something that weighs 9 pounds do more than I can do right now as an adult.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, dead serious. What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so it was the last day of 10th grade, and I was trying to break my school record for drinking the most of those little chocolate milk cartons, you know? And the record was 15. So I had that in my sights, and I put down 5, put down 8, feeling good, and on the 10th one, was not feeling good in my stomach, so I stood up and I knew I had to run to the bathroom. And then I make it to the bathroom. I'm 3 steps away, and then just projectile vomit all over the seat and the ground. Didn't make it any into the bowl.
At least you puked. I mean, at least it was that and you didn't crap your pants, man.
Like so, did you tell anybody that you did it so they would come in and clean it up, or is that just the old thing like, well, someone will come in here and find it?
Yeah, so I had second lunch, and there's a third lunch after me, so I just left it for them.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like a traditional kid. Like, yeah, somebody will find it.
Well, it depends on where you are. I mean, if you're at a public setting and you clog the toilet, I mean, how many times have you walked into a bathroom at a place like the Seahawks game where it's just packed full of people, but you can tell that toilet is not working. No one walks out and gets an usher and says, "I'm sorry, I blew that toilet up."
No one does, but you'll notice a certain thing, like you'll go in at halftime, right? And the bathroom is packed and people are waiting in line, and you'll see there's a stall door open, but no one goes in, and you realize, like, that toilet has been destroyed. That no matter how bad you have to pee, poop, whatever, no one is going to use that toilet.
No.
Ted, how long were you on the toilet? So you can't drink a gallon of milk in an hour. And you put it down in, like 55 minutes, somewhere around
close.
there. Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, you beat the hour.
But you got it done. And then we went home. We were working nights at the time you did this. And you sat on the toilet for like an hour.
I was gonna say, it was like 45 or an hour. It was just little pieces of chalk.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. I will say, drinking the bottle of hot sauce, that was worse. But with the milk, it just was in your, and it was just like you can't walk home.
Right. And it was all uphill.
Right?
Yeah.
It was or was it skim?
So that's the detail. I think I used 2%, which some people were like, it's got to be whole. I was like, it was still a gallon of milk.
Come on, dude. Don't split hair. And either way, you rock the toilet for 45 minutes. And my then girlfriend, now wife, calls and telling her what we did on the air. And she's like, wow, he did it? I go, yeah. She's like, well, where is he now? I'm like, well, me and Miles are back at the apartment, man. Ted is, he's still at work. Why is he still at work? He's been sitting on the toilet at least since we left. And then she asks, is he okay? I'm like, we'll find out. It's like, you guys are horrible. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Knock on the stall door, man?
Dude, that great white stuff I did in Baltimore. The teaspoon of the hot sauce additive.
Right. It's a hot sauce.
Like that one was bad.
Ooh.
But I don't know. I don't know what the reaction is, and people that have eaten really hot stuff. But I mean, my whole body was red. I mean, I thought I was going to die.
But coming out the back was worse.
That one was bad. Drinking the whole bottle of Frank's Red Hot, and I love Frank's.
Well, yeah, but no, I like Frank's too. I'm not going to drink a bottle of it.
Right. That was probably the worst on the backside.
Jesus.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-RON.
One last question regarding the Frank's Red Hot. It can't just be one poop that sucks. Like, is it days
it was constant. It was constant that night, and the other problem was that much hot sauce just activates everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to play basketball that night. I used to play in a weekly game, and it seemed like every 10 minutes I'd be like, hey, I gotta go poop again.
Yeah.
And then it was just like slick fire.
Slick fire. DJ Slick Fire.
That's not a bad name.
It's not unless you admit how you got it.
Yeah.
Hello, Bjorn. Welcome to the men's room.
Positive Friday.
Positive Friday.
So I was 21 or 22 at the time, went up to Whistler, and started off pretty bad because my credit card got locked because I went out of country. So I had to try and get that sorted out. But we got up to our room, and toilet was completely full of someone else's ass.
Oh, no.
But here's the positive spin on that. We went back, complained to the hotel, and they set us up with a 2-story, 2-bedroom with a balcony and hot tub hotel room.
Wow.
What?
Oh, nice.
Because there was someone else's poop in your toilet?
Yeah.
All right. Well, no, okay. Let me ask you this. Since that moment, have you thought, you know what, the next time I check into a hotel room, I'm going to drop a heater, right? Go down, do the same complaint, and see if you get an upgrade.
It's worth a try.
Because I'm thinking that, man.
I can't even imagine what that room costs now.
Right.
I don't want to. I went to Whistler, 2 years ago, and it was pricey, but you just pay it and you go.
Was it $500 plus a night?
This was 15 years ago, so probably pretty cheap then.
I was going to say, right now, man, it is crazy expensive to go up there. You probably got like a $2,000, $3,000 room that night.
Easily, man. That upgrade's significant. Let me ask you this. Did you smell it and get suspicious when you opened the hotel room door, or did you actually just go into the bathroom, pop the lid, and see it?
Well, because of the credit card issue, everything, it was like, I need to go, open the door, it was like, oh, that ain't good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is crazy how that works, man. You could go to Mexico, and everything works fine with your credit card, and then you could go back and like try to make an ATM withdrawal out of like SeaTac, and they'll go like, "This is suspicious." You're like, "I was just in Mexico using this card the whole time. How the hell is this suspicious?"
They got me. I was in Phoenix, right? So I'm flying back, been in Mexico for a week. The layovers in Phoenix, but also you have to go through customs there, right? So one of the things they're real strict about with the customs, anyway, I did not know this until this moment, they really don't want you on your phone. All right, and the guy's announcing this, which for me, generally speaking, no big deal. I don't want to be on my phone ever, right? Well, my phone rings, it's my bank. So I'm like, man, I pick it up, and the first thing that, hey, we have a lot of suspicious activity. Were you in Mexico? I was like, Dude, I've been in Mexico for a week. Like, I'm back in the States for 7 days. I've been using my card there. So on this day, it seems suspicious. But anyway, so the guy from Customs, sir, you must hang up your phone. And I'm like, dude, this is like real important. I'm talking to my bank. Like, I got it. Otherwise, like, my card's not. He did not care. So as I'm getting off the phone before he's going to take it from me, it's one of those things where you say as many words as quickly as you can. Like, it's completely my card knows in Mexico for the whole last week. I'll give you a call back. Thank you. Yeah, the guy's like, I don't care. I'm just like, okay, man.
Okay, Captain Authority.
Okay.
Thank you. You saved the world.
It's a safer place.
Frickin' J.O.
It is amazing when you come back through how aggressive it is.
Oh, my God.
It's like, dude, I live here.
Yeah, like when you go to Canada, they're like, welcome to Canada. How long do you want to stay? Are you going to leave any animals here? Do you have any children you'd like to just drop off for us?
Are there any invasive species you'd like to release?
Like, would you like a Timbit now, or do you want to just wait till you pull over at the next exit? Then on the way back, it's like, you're American, aren't you? You're like, you are too. What's your problem?
Like,
what were you doing up there? Having fun with laid back people. What the hell have you been up to?
Right.
How's Blaine? How's that exciting capital of fun? What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so when I was all of about 5 years old, my brother and I were running through the house, just being little hoodlums. My mom says, go brush your teeth, it's time for bed. So we go ripping into the bathroom, and she had one of those little decorative carpets on the ground. We're running into the bathroom, went to stop, slid on the carpet, feet hit the vinyl, and I smacked right into the toilet, split my head wide open.
Ooh.
Yep. Ended up having my dad drive me at 95 miles an hour through town to the local hospital, got stitches, and every conversation that I've had with somebody new, oh, where'd you get that scar? I have to explain how I smashed my head open on a toilet.
Where is it? Your forehead?
Yeah, right on my forehead.
So, you like a toilet Harry Potter?
Nowadays is, Harry Potter.
How many stitches?
I want to say it was like 10 or 11.
Okay, did you wake up?
I was all of about 5 at the time.
Were you completely knocked out, or were you?
No, I was awake through all of it. It was the sound of my head hitting the toilet that caused my parents to come running. They were there before I even started screaming.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Now, did your mother continue with the decorative carpets in the bathroom?
Oh yeah, she was a nurse for like 20 years, so she lived that learn it and don't do it again life. She had no remorse.
So wait a minute. Your mom was a nurse, but your dad's the one who drove you to the hospital.
She was holding me in the passenger side with the bloody belly. We actually got pulled over doing, like, they said it was like 95 or 100 miles an hour, and apparently the cop walked up to the side of the car all pissed off, got one look, and immediately called an ambulance. Didn't even say anything.
Damn.
See, that's one way you can get away with speeding. That's why I was bloody my kids up before we get on the highway.
We'll take his mom and catch him with us everywhere we go.
Our kids take off! Go! Just start bleeding out of your eyes.
When he pulls us over, you dump this ketchup all over your head, all right? Your mom will act like she cares and loves you.
Right, just do that. We get out of this ticket.
Yeah. It smells like...
we're just eating burgers, that's all. Yeah. Sir, is that ketchup on your son's face?
Maybe. What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Maybe. Hello, Ravenna. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet you guys.
We're excited you're here. It's a Positive Friday.
Positive Friday.
I have to admit, I have a little radio voice crush on you, Miles.
On me?
Oh, all right.
Oh. You know what? I'm not going to say a word. I'll just let you and Miles.
That's because you haven't seen me.
That's why she said
No,
voice
I've
crush.
seen your pictures.
Wait, you've seen the pictures, but you told Miles, I have a voice crush on
Yeah, exactly. Just put this hood over yourself.
You're not cute. You're not handsome. I saw what you look, but I love your voice.
Just talk. I love you too.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is February 2nd, 2006. I am 9 months pregnant. I'm very constipated. And
she likes you, Miles.
I was say, Miles, this your girl?
I don't know what I'm pushing out here, man, but it's going to crown one way or another.
I don't know how much you're going to love me after this story. All
right.
So I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm on the toilet, and I have to go. It's the biggest turd in the history of turds.
You are so sexy right now.
I know, God, isn't that great? And I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to shake. And I'm starting to get a little bit scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it hurts really bad, and it's stuck.
It's stuck?
It's stuck. Halfway in, halfway out. A round ball the size of a large grapefruit, probably. And I'm sitting there, and I feel like I might be going into shock. I'm sweating, and I'm sweating slippery on the toilet. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I slide right off this thing? And I'm all by myself. Baby daddy, he's not alone. I have my dog with me. Sitting on the toilet going, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to, and then water hit the toilet. Did I pee or did I just break my water? Oh my God, I'm in labor.
So did that, but did that release the front side of the chute so that the back side could loosen up and drop the bowling ball out?
Nope. I'm now in labor. My water broke. Got a turd hanging out my butt, and I'm in shock, I feel like. And I'm thinking, I'm going to have to call 911. No, I can't call 911. They'll come in here, and they won't be able to help me because they're going to immediately start laughing, seeing this big fat pregnant woman sitting on the toilet with a turd hanging out her ass.
I think that's fair. Yeah. That is fair.
That's logical.
Right.
Yeah. There's no way I was calling 911. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I even tried to break it off, and it was so dry and just so there.
But wait, in the meantime, hold on. Your bigger concern at the moment. So the baby is now on the way, and I know it takes a while after water breaks, but still, there's a baby on the way. But your primary concern is to get this turd out of your butt.
Yeah.
I can't believe when your water broke, it didn't kind of give you more room, so to speak.
Right.
You would think. I don't know. I don't know. That it was a very hard, dry. The medication that I was on caused constipation. Pregnancy causes constipation. Sure. So it was a double whammy. I mean, that ball of turd had to have been as big as my baby's head.
So how about the baby? I mean, I understand you have this turd stuck in your butt and it's very distressing. But the baby, where was the baby born? Was the baby okay?
Yes, yes, she was okay. We had a terrible labor. Once I got to the hospital, it's even a longer, more...
Well, wait. Well, how long did it take you to dislodge this turd from your body?
What was born first?
The turd.
Okay. All right. How many pounds?
Yeah, because my dog came over and put his head on my lap because he was very upset. He was distressed that I was so distressed because I'm really in a lot of pain. I'm sweating so bad, and I swear I'm in shock. It feels like it. But he comes over and he puts his head on my lap and just to say, "It's okay, Mama, it's okay." And
that's not what he was saying.
Because I'm so tense, and I'm probably so tense, I'm holding on to that ball of poo. But when he came over and comforted me, I was able to, I think,
a dog's head
relax and it let it go, and I was finally able to.
The dog's head being on your lap allowed you to dislodge this monster turd from your butt. This is
we got a pregnant lady on a toilet with half a turd hanging out, sweating, going into labor, and then a dog comes over, and there's a dog in there.
How many more hours after you gave birth to that thing did you actually give birth?
Well, I was so, man, that was relief to get that out. I felt like I was, had just given birth, so I went to bed. I was like, man, this is my second baby. I'm not going to the hospital yet. Contractions are only, 2 minutes apart or something. Okay. I'm good. I'm going to lay down. And so my dog laid down right next to my belly, and we didn't move. We stayed that way all night. And in the morning, about 6 a.m, I finally got out. Well, I didn't have a car, so I had to ride the bus. So I rode the bus. I'm in Ballard. I rode the bus to downtown Seattle to go to the hospital up there at Swedish. And I waited until they were less than a minute apart. I just did not want to go to the hospital.
What did you name? You still also you had to transfer. You can't just take the 40 up to Capitol Hill. So even if you're on the 62, you had to get off at Dexter or Denny and then take the 8, right?
No, I got off downtown at 3rd and
Oh, God.
Jesus.
God, pregnant woman gets off the bus at 3rd Avenue.
Jeez.
That's the beginning of a horror story.
What was it, the 7 that goes up there from downtown? Yeah.
So you did transfer.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's amazing. I know people that won't even take a city bus, much less transfer. And she's pregnant in labor doing it.
Right. Your water's already broke. What did you name this kid, by the way?
Well, Her name is Ivy, and she was born on February 3rd, emergency C-section. The hospital gave me too many medication, and she ended up dying, and they had to resuscitate her.
Jesus!
Twice. Yeah, but she's here, 15 years old, and oddly enough, the baby that was born due to a big turd, she, when she was a little girl, had large movements, and every time we'd go over to my sister-in-law's house, she'd clog the toilet.
I wonder where she gets it from.
Yeah.
Hey, does she know this story of the day of her birth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Does the turd know the story of the day of his birth?
I think so. I've never bothered to name that poor
Did you
turd.
Did you look at it? I mean, did you look down to see what the hell happened?
Yeah, it was I'm not kidding, the size of a large grapefruit.
Hey, Ravenna, if it makes you feel any better, the people commenting, they like you a lot. They like you a great deal.
Yeah, thank you for calling.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's, all things summer, all at the right price.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW. The men's room is in progress.
Headline reads, teen just wants to poop in peace, but a toilet brawl crashed into his cubicle. Man was taking care of his own business and minding his own business at the same time when two brawlers were so invested in their fight, they continued, leaving the other guy to wonder how he was going to poop in peace. They actually busted through the door where he was using the bathroom. It's not known where the incident took place, but it was viral on TikTok and on Facebook. The video initially updated on Facebook, captioned, "I just wanted to poop," showed someone in a cubicle filming a tussle between two teenage boys in a toilet. They were going hard and heavy on each other as they rained punches and hooks whenever they saw an opening. There were a couple of students who were watching and filming the bizarre scene, but no one knew how committed the fighters were to their uppercut, so to speak. As they fought, they crashed against the door of the handicapped stall at the end of the toilet and simply continued to fight inside the stall. Ted, here's a picture of the fight going on. Here's the man just trying to take a poop. Our question, what did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK. Just still looking up.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, naked ladies.
Hola.
I'm still reeling from the chick from before.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was amazing. I'm so glad she called. By the way, a lot of people, Miles, are lobbying you to go on a date with her.
Yeah.
She has a crush on you.
Made my day.
Anyway, when I was a kid, we had two bathrooms in our house, and the toilet in my bathroom broke, and my dad did the typical dad thing, checked a couple things, couldn't figure it out, didn't want to pay for it, it just stayed broken. And so for a year, we just had to use my parents' bathroom. And one day, we had, I think, a plumber coming in to work on, the shower or something like that, and And my mom forgot to warn the plumber, like, hey, don't use our toilet. There's, been a lot of things just festering in that toilet. You can guess what it is. And so she forgot to tell him, and then she could just hear him going number one in there. And then somehow he flushes the toilet, and the toilet starts working again.
Are you kidding?
Not even kidding.
I guess it must have broke down in the water over time. Whatever was in there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, man.
Well, he's a plumber, man. He fixes everything.
So your dad's theory was wait it out, and it worked.
Oh, hey, it fixed the toilet for free, too, man.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I'll tell you what, when we were house hunting, there was a house we really, really, really liked, man. It was unbelievable, but had like 4 or 5 bathrooms, and we didn't realize that apparently the house had been vacant for some time. I don't know how long, but I guess a couple of squatters have been going in and out of there. But they didn't leave a lot of evidence of doing anything. But I remember walking into the one bathroom, and the toilet seat was up, and the whole thing is just full of human poop. But there's no water in it, man.
Oh no!
And you could it had been there for so long that it didn't stink anymore. You know what I mean? And that almost made it more disturbing because in theory, like, you should have smelled this as soon as you opened the door. But it had been there for so long, and you could just look at it.
Probably
and tell
why the house was on the market for a while.
Yeah, well, the real estate agent had no idea, right? She's down the hall talking to my wife. I'm like, hey, I won't say her name, but I'm like, hey, come here for a second, man. She walks in, and I just pointed. I'm like, you might want to get someone on that. I mean, I don't know if this is staging or what's going on here.
Look what I did.
You feel like you would have checked all the toilets.
You would just assume. But, immediately she's like, oh, the house has been vacant. I'm like, look, I get it. I'm just letting you know there are some dried, massive mountains of human poop in this toilet.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Terry. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Positive Friday.
It is.
Positive Friday.
All right, so I wish I could tell you the whole story of this, but we don't have that much time. While I was in the Navy, we had an occasion where the exception of the guys on watch, ended up going to the bar with our chief of the boat, our master chief, bought all of our alcohol for the night.
All right.
So the entire boat is hammered. The end of the night, I was in the bathroom with, just getting done. I was taking a leak or whatever and was washing my hands. One of the radio men walks into the bathroom, walks into the first stall, doesn't bend down, doesn't grab a wall, nothing, just stands there and just... As he wipes his mouth, back of his hand, turns around, and gets back out. I'm like, that's pretty hardcore. I take a step to see what the damage is, and one of my own division mates stands up out of the stall that he just walked into and puked.
Oh, no.
He had sat down and had fallen asleep with his coveralls down around his ankles. He's in his skivvies, his white T-shirt, and the dude had hit him square in the chest, and he is covered from nose to knees in this dude's vomit as he stands up and is just screaming. And I realized I don't want to be the one to clean this up, so I bail.
Yeah, I get the hell out of there. You didn't have anything to do with it.
Yep.
I mean, that's not on you, man.
Yep.
Sorry, that is not on you. We are grown men. You got to figure your crap out.
Yeah.
I mean, no pun intended.
Don't fall asleep on the toilet.
Right.
That goes a long way. Then try not to puke on, coworkers.
Falling asleep on a toilet seems crazy. I've heard of people passing out on a toilet.
Yeah, I think the closest all comes to passing out.
Yeah, like I've seen, not plenty. I've seen a few people just
I've seen enough.
Like the puking stops and they were having the ultimate dilemma and then it's like, you okay? You okay? Oh, man, he's asleep.
Back when I used to get my subscription to Sports Illustrated, I put it back on the toilet. I was going through a long-form article. And by the time I tried to stand up, I realized my legs are completely numb. Like, I almost fell down. I almost took a header.
That was one nice thing about ESPN, the magazine. The articles were shorter.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated, man, you're 5-6 pages deep. You're like, this is a great article. Next thing you know, like, I can't feel my legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That has not happened to me yet. The first time it even got broached to me, again, bus stop in Baltimore, where all kinds of conversations have. But, man, let me ask you something. I don't know this guy, by the way. He's just sitting next to me. What's up, man? Brother, you ever been sitting on the toilet so long your legs fall asleep? It's like, what? Like, yeah, man, it's been happening more and more and more. I guess I'm just getting old. I'm like, okay. I mean, I have no advice for you, brother. No. I don't know how to respond to that.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Give it time.
It'll happen to you, too. Be taking an ass, next thing you know, can't move your legs. Hello, Rachel. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
So I've got a few stories, but the main problem that I have with bathrooms, plumbing, toilets, etc., is that almost every time I go someplace, I end up fixing their toilet. Whether it's been in restaurants, it's been in hotels, it's been in hospitals, everywhere. I fix toilets and plumbing all the time.
Are you a plumber by trade, or do you just find yourself in these situations?
Based on experience.
I find myself in these situations, and I'm fairly handy, so I just fix it instead of calling the office or dealing with management or whatever. I just take care of it.
Well, come over to my house and use the bathroom anytime, because I've got an issue right now.
What is normally the problem that you discover?
Typically, the chain has come off of the handle.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Something real simple like that, or it's not filling up because the little flapper valve is not seated right, or
it's stuck
something
up in
along
the
those
air.
lines.
Yeah.
Like, those are the easy fixes. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Especially when the chain comes off the handle.
Last time I went to see my mom and my grandmother, my grandmother is now 95 years old. So one of the things that they did was she was having a hard time going to the bathroom because it hurt her backside. And I mean, like, physically, she's kind of bony. You know what I mean?
You mean like sitting on the toilet?
Sitting on the toilet.
Hurt her butt.
Yeah, whatever.
How bony is your grandma's butt?
my mom bought it's a padded toilet seat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, my mom put it on, right? She actually went in there and did that. So, and it's kind of a shorter bowl. Anyway, I'm going number 2. I'm sitting there. Basically, where my penis is not in a good place. And this seat shifts to the right.
Oh, God.
And falls off and smashes down.
Yeah.
On my unit. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, ah! And my mom heard it. She heard me screaming. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I am not okay. And I'm looking at it, and it looks normal.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I can just see it starting to get red, and I'm like, oh, God. Like, I mean, all of my weight just came right down because the lid just slipped to the side. I'm like,
yeah.
Mom, you got to tighten these lug nuts in the back. I'll take care of it. This is kind of where you basically you pop the caps on the top.
Yeah,
you
just
use like a quarter, a screwdriver to tighten them up.
Yeah.
That's all it needed. But it was so loose, it was going like side to side. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to get toilet paper, whatever, the whole thing slipped, and then it just went, and I was like, ah! Because I didn't realize it was in between the things.
That's terrible.
Yeah. What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
You don't see as many padded ones anymore.
You really don't. Are they like less sanitary? Because there was a time, like when I was growing up, it was like the sign of luxury.
It was like pink, and
if you went into your buddy's bathroom, right, and they had the padded seat and blue water, you're like, these people are living right.
It wasn't like the kind that had like the hard plastic on the outside and was rounded. This was like more of a medical lid, so to speak. Like it was like that thick.
Oh, damn.
My grandma had a similar one. She was also sensitive and needed something softer to sit on.
Right. What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
I don't know why. It sounded like you were making fun of your grandma.
Oh, not at all.
She was sensitive.
I don't understand it yet either, because she said, it was just easier for her to sit down, get up. She needed it to be padded because it hurt her butt bone, so to speak.
You guys ever bust a toilet seat?
I did, actually, in my own home, yeah.
I have never felt like more of a fat ass when I'm sitting there cleaning up and then, bam, I can hear that thing break. It's happened twice in my life.
Twice?
What do you mean, like the seat, like it snapped?
It cracked?
Yes.
Really?
So, on the toilet seat, there's just those little, basically their feet underneath there that holds it up in the air a little bit.
Yeah, that's what slid over to the side for me and crushed my unit.
Apparently, I just find that sweet spot in between it and like the screws in the back, and I just put too much pressure on it when I'm leaning up to one side, and then bam!
Wow! I definitely broke a toilet seat like that. Like I was standing on it or something, and I'm sure it already loosened them up or weakened them. But yeah, same thing. I just stood in the right spot, and they both went pop.
Oy.
At least you were standing.
Yeah.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Wow, look, in Mike's defense, I mean, inflatable chairs, plenty of plastic chairs. Like, I've destroyed chairs.
Another toilet seat.
Then it pinches your ass and it hurts.
Yeah, right? Especially when it's in your own place and it's like, damn it.
All right. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
A little bit ago, you guys were talking, or the guy called in about somebody blowing up a toilet with a firework in his college dorm.
Yeah.
And you all said you wanted to do that.
Well, yeah, deep down.
We had thought about it, yeah.
So, New Year's Eve, 2016, we had some really big fireworks. We'll call it a half a stick. And decided to stuff it down this toilet and light it. It goes off, blows out all the windows on the side of the house.
Jesus.
There's smoke that's filled the house, shrapnel everywhere. Neighbor comes out screaming at us, telling us we're knocking stuff off of her walls inside.
Oh, Jesus.
My brother's filming it. I look at him and ask him if he got that on film. He says, yeah, I noticed. He's bleeding from his neck. He caught toilet shrapnel to the jugular.
Oh, my God.
It was a wild time.
And this was New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve 2016.
So, yeah, I guess you spent that in the hospital.
No, thankfully not. In the doghouse with my girlfriend at the time because it was right at midnight. She wanted the New Year's Eve kiss. I blew her off to go blow this toilet up.
Yeah, I can see how she might get
was this your place?
It was my brother's house.
And he was fine filming it and blowing his toilet up in his house?
It was a broken toilet. He just moved into the house, so it was kind of just sitting in the garage.
I see. Okay. All right. Makes more sense.
Yeah, it was in the backyard, and we thought, hey, this is a broken toilet. Why don't we just blow the hell out of it? And
all right, see, that makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, we're thinking it's inside of your brother's house, and he's like, go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Blow it up.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
So he missed his girlfriend at midnight to go blow up a toilet.
Blow up a toilet, yes.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's no good explanation for that. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. Hold on.
Bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Really? Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
No brown words, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. So I go to the Paramount Theater, and go to, for an Audio Slave concert, right? It was awesome. And so I go down to the restroom to go take a hit of pot, and thought I left my bag of weed in the stall there, and come running out, and my buddy's like, hey, I want to take a hit, and I'm like, I looking around my pockets, I can't find it. I go, oh, damn it, man, I must have left it in the stall. And so I go running back in there. Someone's already gone in there, and I bang on the door. I said, hey, I'm using the S word there, but I said, hey, man, don't take my crap, And and then the guy's like freaking out. It's like, it's like, that was about it. But it was funnier than hell if you were there. It was like, just bang on the door. Don't take my crap, dude.
Did you get your pot bag?
It was in my damn sock.
All right.
Yeah, it wasn't in there to begin with.
Damn.
All right. Okay.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Knocking on the...
Was that guy laughing that much, or did he have like a little bit of a stutter?
I think he's laughing, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was his first word was S.
It wasn't quite as chuckly on the screening process there.
I'm going to go on a limb and say he might have smoked some weed in that time.
I think he did.
What did the toilet have to do with the story? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Chrissy. Welcome to the men's room.
Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Hello.
Nice. All right.
Oh, boy.
I used to work at this bar a long time ago, and it was supposedly it was haunted, right? So there was guys that were like frequenters of the bar or whatever, and they had passed away. And so like one night, I was putting the garbage away, and like the garbage can moved, and they're like, oh. And I was telling my boss about it the next morning. Oh, that's just Spanky, he moved the garbage can. He's a ghost. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So there's one night, it's about 3:00 in the morning. I just closed down the bar after a crazy night. And I hear all like these sounds coming from like the front of the bar. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? And
I'm walking around, I'm taking the garbage out and doing all this stuff, and I finally go to clean the women's room, and there's two people in there. I open up the first stall, and the guy's straddling the toilet, and then his girlfriend, I presume, is they're doing their thing, and I was like, oh my God. And they were about as shocked as I was, but I was just caught off guard. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know there was anybody in here. So I'm thinking I'm hearing all these sounds, but at the same time I'm thinking
it's Stinky the ghost.
Stinky,
No, it's people. It's the less plausible people having sex in the bathroom, not Stinky the ghost.
Still to come, the exciting return of Ted versus the FCC, and we've got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's, all things summer, all at the right price.